until it gets dark. But just to share a thought, so I hopped on Smule real quick, and my feelings were hurt. My feelings are always a little bit hurt because things have changed. A lot of times when I get on Spew, things have changed a long time ago. It always feels good to have, even just hypothetically, the presence of a male. If you're singing, you know, well, when you're singing, because that's the idea, to have the male presence voice and the female presence voice. But I saw a long time ago that mostly Smule is majority women, and then there are some men, and a lot of them are, you know. Um, and then you have people that are good that are on there, but they're in relationships. It's really weird because not that you even paid attention to any of that, but if somebody sees you repeatedly duetting somebody, and then they have a significant other, it gets crazy. You start getting dark. So I'm like, what in the world is going on? And then you realize they think that something's up, but it's not. So, just the innocence presence of, the yin and the yang. But it made me question who I am because, at this point, I don't know if I'm pretty androgynous. I don't know what's going on with me. But so I got on Smule, and of course I tried to do video because self-actualization for one, right? And then for two, if I can find a male voice to counterpart with, I think it's beautiful when you have a male voice and a female voice, and it harmonizes pretty good. My voice is not that much female because I'm like an alto, second alto, sometimes lower. But yeah, it just feels good just to hear the presence of a male's voice when you sing, right? So, I go through just passing time, something to do because I don't want to go in the house right now because I don't know if I'm going to do anything when I go in the house, and then I'll be mad at myself. And as far as getting started out here, it's going to have to, for me, I would have to pull everything out of the carport again. And, that's like an all day job because once I get started, I'm not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stopping. And I'm not doing that into the night. I'm not doing that outside in the dark, which I guess I really don't have to be, but then I have to bring the light back out. So this is the first thing in the morning type thing, right? So I'm just here. I'm just sitting out here. And so I found this song, and I was talking about God. I'm always talking to God. I was like, God, please make me a better person. Because I realized today it was a whole bunch of topsy-turvy. Like I would say one thing, then it's something else, And so the truth about it all, it depends on the situation. And I realize now, I guess low key, I was judging people that judge other people. You know what I'm saying? But then, victim mentality because of it. But the reason people do what they do is because they can. And the reason that I never really was somebody that, sat and gossiped a whole lot, not in my opinion, anyways, was because I didn't have time to. Like I said, but the ride share thing gave me time to. It gave me time to sit and just watch people, And I realized I'm just as bad as anybody else. So, I don't think I'm trying to be vicious or mean about anything, but still, you still having thoughts, thinking about other people that you don't have any business with, And I should not be doing that. But what made me sad was this. So I got on Smule, and there was a song. I forgot the name of the song. I think You Get Good Love or something like that. And there was a guy singing. I was like, yay. But there was another guy already singing with him. And I was like, oh, Lord, here we go. It's going to be two falsetto voices, right? But it wasn't. The first guy, his voice was really good. He was really, really deep. He had a really, really deep, rich voice. I was like, yes. Then the second guy came in, and he was kind of burly looking, but he had the falsetto, and I was like, oh, because it made me sad. There's no yin and yang anymore. There's yang and yang and yin and yang and, yin to the yang, And so that made me sad, And so I was like, well, I'm still going to try to join it anyways. So I tried to join it, and then I realized I can't do it. I can't do it. My voice is too low. So, and the falsetto guy's voice is actually higher than mine. So that made me sad. I mean, I feel like as a woman, I don't feel like a woman anymore. There's nothing feminine about me except for, yes, there is, because I've seen women that are not feminine. But I feel like, the things that are supposed to be a woman, I don't feel, I don't. I'm out here working hard in the streets, in these streets, taking apart she sheds, I'm doing all kinds of stuff, When do I get to be a princess? And I think back, lightheartedly about when I was in Castleberry and there was a Spanish lady and she had to be like 80 years old. And you could tell that she's been treasured all her life. And I mean, I don't know. But just that song thing made me sad that, the male duetted with the male. Well, I guess maybe that's just what it is now. Things have changed and I just need to come to terms with it. But I hope that I'm not turning into a boy. I mean, because like I said, today, and they're still hanging down. Half my ass is out. Not really, but but still, that's inappropriate, especially for a 50-year-old woman. So it's just, I don't know. And I'm shuffling around in these shoes. Didn't do my hair. I did run a brush through it. But, after the wind toss. But I don't know. I don't feel like a woman anymore. I don't feel like a lady. And I'm not doing, and I want to be a natural lady. I don't want to be the woman with all the fake lashes and fake hair and wearing waist cinches and all that stupid stuff. I want to be this natural woman, and I want to be cherished and treasured for the natural woman that I am. So, with that being said, I'm just going to enjoy the outside breeze. It was 80 degrees today, but it feels pretty okay right now. It feels okay. I got my feet up on this table. I'm just going to sit out here until I don't want to sit out here anymore, but sit out here and contemplate about things.